Well, hello there, and today we're going to be discussing the origins of Thanos. I know you've been curious. Well, here we go. The Mad Titan known as Thanos is a brooding individual. He's consumed with the concept of death. He sought out personal power and increased strength, endowing himself with cybernetic implants until he became more powerful than any of his own brethren. Now, he is an Eternal with the Deviant gene, making him unique and extremely powerful even amongst his own kind. Above all else, Thanos loves and worships Mistress Death. Now, few can equal his intelligence, strength, and ambition for power. Thanos has wielded the Cosmic Cube, the Infinity Gauntlet, and even the Heart of the Universe. Now, apparently your boy stands at 6'7", and he weighs 285 pounds. Now, Thanos possesses the superhuman strengths of all the Eternals, granting him superhuman strength, endurance, reflexes, and agility. His skin is nearly invulnerable, particularly against almost every element. You got radiation, toxins, aging, and diseases, and so on from there. Now, the crazy thing about him is that he can survive without food or water even before his curse from death left him immortal. His mind is also invulnerable to most forms of psychic attacks and can project a sonic blast of energy as well as blasts of plasma or cosmic energy from his hands and eyes. Now, apparently his first appearance was in the Iron Man comic number 55 back in 1973. Now, we're going to dive into his origins and discover who this wild man really is. Now, he's born to the Eternals Mentor and Sui-San. If I pronounce some of these names wrong, you can correct me, I suppose. Anyway, Thanos was subject to the Deviant gene at birth. As a result, he became like that of a mutant of Titan. It's the sixth orbiting moon of Saturn, where he developed a purple leather type of skin, along with strength and other physical abilities far surpassing that of other Titans. Now, this mutation also enhanced the powers he inherently possessed as a descendant of the Eternals, growing to become the most powerful Titan. His skin developed in such a fashion so as to allow the Titan to not only absorb cosmic energy on a serious atomic level, but also then manipulate it into kinetic force. Though never shunned by his family as a youth, was feared and shunned by his fellow Titans as a result of his unique abilities. His brother, Eros, was groomed from their childhood to eventually replace their father in the role of what would be considered as a leader among their people. Now, Eros would, throughout their youth, be loved by friends and family who much favored him over Thanos. Feeling the sting of such negativity towards him, he would one day find purpose in other pursuits. On a fateful day, in an all-but forgotten temple, a young Thanos would find companionship in the form of Mistress Death. Now, decades would pass, and Thanos' relationship with Mistress Death grew and eventually blossomed into a dark and forbidden romance. Under Death's love, he grew even stronger and more powerful, well-versed in the black arts, which had long been forbidden on Titan. She taught Thanos that knowledge is power and that power is everything in the universe. Now, with the revelations of Thanos' rebellious activities and rebelling against his father soon discovered that Thanos was conducting forbidding dark art experiments. He expelled him from Titan, though not without a heavy heart. Fueled by his hatred for this slight, Thanos would begin to amass even more knowledge, skill, and power. Eventually, though, having surpassed all other Eternals in power and strength, Thanos decided to return to Titan to display his newfound might. Now, he would not come home with the intentions his father had hoped for after his punishment. Instead, attacked the planet with nuclear weaponry while orbiting Titan. He had miscalculated, though, Titan's defenses in his haste to fuel his anger, which allowed some to escape the onslaught. However, only a handful of what was once thousands survived the invasion. As chance would have it, though, neither Thanos' brother nor father were on Titan during the assault. To Thanos' regret, though, his mother was there, but now she was the only family member, though, that he might have spared. In the aftermath, though, Thanos left the remains of Titan and returned to space, proving his devotion and worth to death was all that mattered to the Titan. With his home now crushed in his wake, during this time in the cosmos, Thanos conquered and pillaged many worlds, acquiring vast resources such as assortment of followers, technology, weaponry, and spacecrafts. At this point, Kronos, the father of Mentor, Alars, and the Earth-based Eternals, All-Father Zurus, sought to act out of a sense of obligation for what Thanos had brought and might yet further cause. Now, Mentor pleaded with this because to Kronos that they might prevent future tragedy. To that end, Kronos created Drax the Destroyer to ward away the ill which Kronos knew to be the future for the Mad Titan. Now, Drax was formed as an avatar for the Eternal, built out of the very cosmic power which made up the living Eternal into Drax. Now, Kronos would imbue the singular mission of seeking out Thanos to stop his design. Drax would become the cosmic force to act as a foil to Thanos. Now, setting out upon his task, Drax would meet the Mad Titan on a living planet distant from our own star system. The two mighty beings met in an incredible violent physical confrontation. The clash rendered the landscape asunder and the planet was destroyed, with the two combatants alone to drift within the debris. However, the planetary explosion would render Drax unconscious, allowing the still conscious Thanos to easily capture the destroyer. After having dispatched Drax in such a sleek fashion, Thanos set about further plans for stepping stones in his growing empire. Taking an interest in Earth, Thanos sent his henchmen, the Blood Brothers, to survey and deal with a potential obstacle to his ambitions, one of which would become Iron Man. Now, at this time in the cosmic prison Thanos left him, Drax awoke to the coming danger of Thanos' plan. He then would reach out telepathically, warning your boy Iron Man of the danger nearing his planet and of the history that Titan had for violence. Yet the message was too late, as the brothers apprehended Tony Stark before receiving the distress call of Drax. The brothers would return Tony to Thanos' staging grounds. During this time, Tony drew upon an escape plan and ambushed the brothers in an unexpected moment. Though able to catch the brothers off guard, Thanos became aware of the scuffle and stepped in. Thanos would crush the metal gloves around Tony's hands under his heel while Tony lay prone for a singular Titan blow. However, Mentor had been monitoring events from Titan and fired an unknown energy that reached the Titan, simultaneously saving Tony and setting Drax free. But now Thanos wasted no time in deploying the brothers as a distraction while he set the self-destruct sequence and made his escape. After a fierce battle amongst the armored hordes of Thanos, the heroes then attacked the Titan himself. Yet to the heroes' dismay, they in fact attacked a robot look-alike, left to keep them occupied until the ensuing explosion would allow for the Titan's full retreat. Recognizing the danger now, Mentor was able to ward the heroes away before the explosion reached critical mass. Now, in the aftermath, Thanos' fortress was destroyed, but his whereabouts were unknown. Now, true to his beginnings, Thanos even still seeks out mysterious powers for his own personal gain, and to ward off enemies seeking retribution. Yet even after the quest for power is dwarfed by endeavors of Mistress Death in an attempt to curry her favor, always Thanos seeks power, but is forever wed to his quest to be found worthy as Death's cohort. He has succeeded on multiple occasions, but has been constantly defeated, most often though, as in the case of the Cosmic Cube, the Infinity Gauntlet, and lastly in the story told in Marvel The End. In critical moments during these events though, Thanos provides a window to his enemies into his subconscious, which allows the belief that he does not deserve or even want the power he seeks. This has been most often presented by the personification of his foil, Adam Warlock, who maintains a persistent link to Thanos through their extended contact within the Soul Gem. Now everybody, that is just it's kind of a brief discussion of how Thanos' origin came to be, of how he was, a child at birth. His mother didn't want him, she wanted to kill him, but, that's just how things go apparently. What do you think of the guy? You like him? You hate him? Let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a crisp like if you want to, consider subscribing. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.